Good afternoon and welcome. 365 days of amazing stories with Theo Mayer. Today it's a story of a landscape that I've been working with now for 18 years. Right here we have some beautiful fig trees. I've started all of these fig trees from cuttings. And I have about 20 fig trees planted on this hillside down under the madrone trees. I don't water them at this point. Once I got them established, I've just let them grow on their own, and they're getting bigger and bigger every year. Kind of cool. Walking over here, kind of a cool concrete and paver job. Some abalone shells. Keeps the ground from eroding, putting pavement down where you're going to be running cars. Nectarine planted here. Again, don't water it. Struggling a little bit, but making it. Here is a number of peach trees that I'm weaving together, and they have this leaf curl on them that is pretty bad. But if you notice, the new leaves that are coming on don't have it. It's because I've treated them with a product called azomite. Lavender, a couple of citrus trees to plant here in the next little bit. Here's my new crop of olive trees that have come up from pits in my olive grove. Some mint planted, some oregano that's seeded on its own. Lavender. The colors of things this year, the amount of flowers is just amazing. And as you can see, there's bees that are tending these flowers and making honey. This is a plant from New Zealand that I got that the bees supposedly like. I don't see any on it. Can't remember what this is. You can again see the incredible lavender plants. They're just doing great this year. This is kind of fun. Something a friend of mine gave me, who lived here for a little bit, Luis. This is typically used for a downspout, all planted with succulents. He also left this here as well. Some citrus, apricot, and pomegranate, as well as some Mexican sage there. And now walking over here to the rose gardens that have done really well this year. And how amazing just to see big rose blossoms coming up. And how enlivening to an environment to have flowers. Such a gift. I hope you can read that right there. L-O-V-E. Love. Kind of fun little building. This rose is the most fragrant of all. Just incredible. Here I have some trees starting out. This is an apple tree. A bunch of these have been eaten by gophers, so I pull them up and then reroot them. Almond tree. A bunch of pomegranates that haven't shown any sign of life yet. Hopefully they will. San Pedro cactus that keep replicating themselves. Here we have a variety of spineless Nepali cactus that are incredible. Everything is just doing so lovely this year. Carnations, succulents. One year we had a lot of apricots, and my daughter Julia started throwing pits everywhere from eating them. This was an apricot tree that came up right next to the house. I'm trying to keep it off this driveway so you can still use it. And come down here. Got Mexican sage again. I forget what that's called. Snapdragon, you can see over there. California poppy. Going into the garden this year, it's just fennel coming up. Horseradish. These are asparagus beds, so we get asparagus out of here. Got spinach coming up. Some potato volunteer, tomatoes, marigolds, arugula going to seed. This is one of my favorite plants, lamb's quarter. It's a wild edible, but wow, what a green. So delicious. Peppers, some parsnips coming up right here. More tomatoes. And this is a bed full of beets, which I keep covered so the birds don't eat them up. Mullein, a plant that's very good if you're having any kind of bronchial issues. This inner leaf made into a tea can really help with that. And the native people, when it was really bad, they would smoke mullein. So it got way down into the bronchioles. Rosemary. This all started from 3 plants. You can see it's just turned into a wall of rosemary at this point. Have almond trees up here, pears, 3 pear trees. It's a very nice persimmon tree right there. There you can see the bees. Super busy and happy with all the greenery and all the blossoms this year. Some citrus. These are Myers lemons. Again, different variety of lavender, but my, the bees are really happy harvesting the nectar from these plants. This is my olive grove here, and I'm just going to step into it for a minute because in this olive grove is where I've been harvesting the little trees. And you can see once you're in here on the ground how these little trees are sprouting up. Now my guess is that these are from pits that have been in the ground for a long time, at least a couple of years. Because I have pits from this year that I've put in pots and they haven't sprouted at all. So I have a little more work to do coming down here and grabbing some more little olive trees and starting a new generation of olives. Stone fruit trees that, again, once established, are pretty much on their own. Right here, 2 new pluot trees that have totally gotten eaten by deer. So I'm going to have to enclose this area a little bit more to keep those guys from munching away at those trees. Spearmint, delicious. Beautiful California poppies coming up over here. This is cattails growing from gray water, and the gray water comes into here. There's a mosquito eating fish in there, so it keeps the mosquitoes from proliferating. Grapes. Pacific Ocean out there. And you can see another huge stand of these Nepali cactus. Another gray water system. Corn and beans coming up undercover. Hey, I can't believe those here. More oregano. A lot of arugula and parsley in here. Parsley reseeds itself every year. Young mullein plant. And finally, we'll come up to the house here. These were all daffodils earlier in the year. Gone now. Snapdragons in abundance. So beautiful. More lavender. And then these beautiful irises. Finally, a fun little surprise are these tiger lilies and calla lilies. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that little tour.